Mahoney. Long service, looking for Lassiter, the goal scorer in tonight's match. Amani Dove can't win that. Gustafaro. If you've joined us late, Charlotte already eliminated from playoff contention, the first time they will not appear in a USL postseason since 1994. But their head coach, Mark Steffens, remains very positive, very happy with his group of players. Feels that they can finish on a high note, possibly play spoiler to the Virginia Beach Mariners.
It's very important to the organization how they represent the game and how they represent themselves in the community.
Long opportunity and just high above the crossbar. Perhaps Upton fooled by that shot from Jakob Fenger.
That's another dimension to Jakob Fenger's game. He can strike the ball from long range, not only with his left foot, but with his right, as he does in this instance. Just over the bar, and I'm not sure Upton would have gotten there.
Upton perhaps seeing that late. And I think you're right, Richard. I think he was beaten by the pace of that shot from the Dane, Jakob Fenger. Mahoney back to his keeper. Swinehart, of course, will give chase. Tireless worker is the striker, Dustin Swinehart. Gomez, his strike partner, can't send it through. Now Amani Dove, vicious challenge coming in that time from Gomez, but a play on. 1v2. Hamisi Amani Dove trying to leave it for Lassiter, and that nearly worked. Away quickly out of the penalty area by Ben Johnson.
Saw that great speed of Amani Dove. He still has a lot of pace. He was a fast, direct player at Rutgers. He's added some other elements to his game, but still speed is still his forte.
Reif, Swinehart, Gustafaro, Gajardo, McDermott. Poor ball by McDermott, one of the few we've seen from him tonight.
He's not a playmaker, he's a defender. He needs to have someone to give the ball to. Both the two other midfielders, Akers and Gajardo, ran away from him. McDermott, Strand. He's not going to do the playmaking, but he's done an excellent job defensively.
Patience from the Virginia Beach Mariners. Mahoney. Washington. Woodworth closes that down in front of Russell Hutchison. Way by Kevin O'Brien. You just feel, though, Richard, how dangerous Charlotte is. Virginia Beach only up a goal to nil with Dustin Swinehart just sitting up top, lurking always in the center circle.
He is dangerous, but I like Virginia Beach's style here. They're coming out and not giving so much possession as they did in the first half.
Long for Swinehart, he's onside. Keeper Matt Nelson lets it roll all the way back.
Ball's too direct, it goes straight to Nelson. Very easy play for him. O'Brien has been very steady in the back. He's not the guy that's going to provide the service, though.
Mahoney. Kevin Knott. Back to Matt Nelson, the goalkeeper.
Undoubtedly, Sean McDonald must have said something to the players. Let's not sit too far in, because these players get the ball, they can be dangerous.
Gajardo tried to load up the right foot, couldn't do it. Swinehart looks to be playmaker. Tried to find a strike partner, Jose Gomez. Perhaps should have been selfish there.
Unselfish play by Swinehart, but inside the box, that's the time to be a little bit greedy. Swinehart has a good hard shot. I think he should have gone for goal. Maybe even Gomez gets in on for a second ball and a rebound.
Gajardo. Woodworth continuing his run on the far flank. Stead on the switch. Gustafaro. Marked by Hamisi Amani Dove. Amani Dove, as that ball rolls harmlessly to Matt Nelson. Literally an 18-yard box to 18-yard box type of player. 2/3 of the way down the pitch on the punt by Matt Nelson. Taken control of, however, by Charlotte Eagles. Too strong for Jose Gomez, really showing his displeasure with that service.
His frustration with a good job that Richard Mahoney has been doing against him tonight.
Washington couldn't get it through.
What a great battle between Washington and Josh Reif. Two strong athletic players. A lot of fun to watch them go at each other.
Hutchison pushing forward. Could see him thinking about the right-footed shot, then tried to play it off to Fenger. Throw into the Charlotte Eagles. McDermott bypasses his playmaker Gajardo, switching to Gustafaro, who moves into the attacking half. Ben Johnson making the overlapping run on the near flank. Gustafaro.
Subtle change in Virginia Beach's approach. They've switched Fenger and Amani Dove inside. Amani Dove is a little bit faster, a little bit better getting back on defense than Fenger. He's able to track with Gustafaro, who comes down that right side frequently and was very dangerous in the first half.
Off that of Swinehart. Gomez on the full volley, couldn't get it through. Lifted back in by Johnson. Swinehart going for the spectacular and taking out our Fox Sports World microphone.
No angle on that shot for Dustin Swinehart, and Richard Mahoney sliding over, preventing him from getting a good chance. Once again, this ball is played in, and Swinehart back to the goal, takes a chance anyway, but look at the great positioning by Mahoney. No way he can get that ball on goal.
Taking out the microphone on the deflection. 16 total shots, and the Eagles statistically getting the better of it. 10-6, but Lassiter's goal, and it was from a spill by the keeper, Trevor Upton, the difference in this match. As the Mariners at home tonight at the Sportsplex, leading 1-0. We are on the hour. Glad you're with us on Fox Sports World in the United States and Canada, the home of United Soccer Leagues. This is the A-League match of the week with Richard Broad. I'm Sean Wheelock. This the situation. Virginia Beach entering the match 1 point clear for the second and final playoff berth out of the A-League Southeast Division of the Richmond Kickers. 3 matches remaining after tonight. Richmond has a total of 4 matches left. Beginning tomorrow, they are at Charleston. Virginia Beach runs the table, gets a maximum 12 points from these 4 matches. They will make the playoffs. Anything else? Well, they need at least a loss or a draw from the Richmond Kickers. Akers. Back to the keeper, Matt Nelson. This portion of the match is brought to you by Alltel, a wireless company that's run the way you would. Alltel, you got that right.
Charlotte has not let up in their attack. Several dangerous plays, and just a moment ago, really, really good last-minute defending by Hutchinson as Woodworth almost found Gomez in behind Hutchinson and the rest of the defense.
Not. Marked by Gajardo loosely. Played through, not making the overlapping run from the left back position. Gustafaro tackling, but sending that ball out of touch. Quickly on the throw-in. Amani Dove. Knocked out by Gajardo.
All that starting from Jeff Moore, who's playing in the midfield for Jeff Billick, who had a broken leg just a short time ago in a match against Charleston. Billick has had an outstanding season, very good player, and you get Jeff Moore, who can come off the bench and they don't miss a beat.
Long on the attempted, badly off target. Mahoney going for glory.
Sean, let me get back to that point. One of the things that's happened in Virginia Beach is they have done a great job assembling a deep and talented squad. Mike Field, the owner, bought this team a year ago, and he's made a total commitment. They brought in some new players. They brought in people mid-season like Jeff Moore, like Carl Bussey, who's not yet gotten on tonight. People like that. Gary Williams has come on from the New Jersey Barons. They've assembled a lot of talent. And Sean McDonald has a team that if they get into the playoffs, they're capable of winning it all. But they really are doing things in a first-class way and getting the crowd. It's a wonderful city. The Hampton Roads area is a tremendous area for soccer, and Mike Field deserves a lot of credit for putting together a first-class organization here.
And Field's 3 big attack-minded acquisitions have produced big time. Dante Washington, Roy Lasser, the goal scorer tonight, Roland Aguilera, combining for a total of 29 goals on the A-League campaign here in 2003. There's still this plus 3 more matches left in the regular season. This is one of the finest facilities in all of United Soccer Leagues. Great support tonight here in Virginia Beach and the entire Hampton Roads, Virginia area. They really support their soccer. They really support the Mariners.
Wonderful soccer area. There's a lot of college soccer, Old Dominion, Virginia Wesleyan, that great program division created Sonny Travis has. Al Albert's William and Mary squad just up the road. A lot of college soccer, now some great professional soccer here.
On the outswinger, Washington went for the flash header. Aguilera again swinging it out, and that ball headed over the crossbar by Hamisi Amani Dove. Goal kick to Trevor Upton.
Great battles in the box for that. You saw Washington go up, he's dangerous in the air, and Josh Reif is just so tough in defending. As we look at another chance to cross by Aguilera, it's drilled in. Going up for that is Amani Dove over the bar.
Kevin O'Brien. Ben Johnson.
Anxious for Johnson. He has to slide to save that ball from going out. Kevin O'Brien, who's had an excellent match in behind the defense, a little bit casual with that ball out to Johnson. We talked earlier and we heard comments from Mark Steffens how important it would be for Kevin O'Brien to provide support behind his 2-man markers. He's done that very well today.
Lassiter forcing that poor kick, now gets it from Fenger. The speed, the determination of Roy Lassiter, forcing Trevor Upton to make less than a stellar kick. Won by Fenger, played it through to Lassiter, and nearly another goal for the Virginia Beach Mariners on the hustle of their captain, Roy Lassiter.
He's been having one of his best games of the season. To that time, it was Kevin O'Brien, we just mentioned, who saved a goal with a brilliant dive header.
Aguilera for Washington, the header, and cleared off the line that time nicely by Josh Reif. Still the attack continues, and it's 2-0. Russell Hutchison, and will that be enough for the Mariners?
Every time you let a ball bounce in your own penalty box, you give the opposition a chance to score. And by letting that ball sit around after the corner is exactly what happens. The ball's sent in on the corner, and they're battling to clear it. It's Josh Reif who goes up and gets it first. Reif again punches it out, but doesn't get it long enough, and the ball sits around. At second ball, they're battling. Upton doesn't come out enough, and Russell Hutchinson, who's been there for key goals and been there every time they've needed him, is the man who gets that foot on the ball and tucks it away. This might be too much for Charlotte to overcome.
Hutchison getting his 4th of the campaign in the 65th minute. And after that goal, Sean McDonald is going to make his first of the allotted 5 substitutions. Hamisi Amani Dove will exit this match. Daniel Alvarez will replace him in the midfield.
Monty Dove gave them 65 quality minutes, but how about that man, Russell Hutchinson? They're in the most critical stage of the season. The right back has come through with 2 of the last 3 goals, Sean. That's really something. He's been a standout defender, and he does the job on the offensive end as well.
On the missed kick by Reif, straight up in the 18-yard box, that's where your keeper, Trevor Upton, has to come out and control his penalty area. He stayed deep in his 6-yard box. Virginia Beach finished once again.
And Reif did everything he could. He got that ball, didn't have a good chance. Again, Upton has to come out and take control. He can't let that ball die right in his doorstep. It's not going to stay there for long. The opportunism of the Virginia Beach Mariners puts him up 2-0.
Forward by the substitute Alvarez for Moore, now Dante Washington. Through for Moore. Crossing off the byline, and Washington couldn't get fast enough to the back poster. This would be 3-0 and probably game, set, match. Aguilera, Virginia Beach now putting everything forward, going for the victory right here in the 67th minute. Not sitting back, defending this 2-0 lead. Not. Alvarez, the sub, making his 22nd appearance of the campaign. He has scored 1 goal. Not brought in to be a goal scorer right now, brought in to be a calming, ball-winning influence on the midfield.
But Sean, as much as we talk about the defense of the Mariners, it certainly picked up in the second half of the season. They're an offensive-minded team. As soon as they got that goal, you could see Washington's eyes light up. Lassiter, they love to go forward. They love the high-scoring game. They have tremendous explosiveness in their attack.
Mahoney.
Come on, Leo.
This portion of the match is brought to you by Zyflex Thermal Sports Gear. Tantalizingly in front of Gomez, easily though away by Nelson. Fenger. Jakob Fenger with space on the far flank.
Frustration foul by Hayden Woodworth that time, taking down Jakob Fenger. I think this change of sides in the midfield has really made a difference because Fenger, even though he's a left-sided player, can get down the right side, and we end up seeing Woodworth not making a play, making a bad challenge and getting a yellow card.
That's our first booking of the match by referee Dan Stad, who's done a fantastic job tonight. Showing great discretion, but really no choice but to write Hayden Woodworth's name down in his notebook. So the first yellow card shown this match in the 69th minute.
Not only has that given Fenger a chance to attack down this side, but on the other side, Amani Dove, now Alvarez, better adjusted, better suited to play defense against Justin Farrell.
Lifted in for Washington, out immediately by Josh Reif. Charlotte trying to launch a counterattack, can't do it. Woodworth, left by the captain, Andy McDermott. Swinehart will give chase. There's the sub Alvarez, wisely all the way back to his keeper, Matt Nelson, to slow things down.
Good use of the whole field. Let's not stay back here. Let's go in the attack. The third goal would more than put it away. Should be icing on the cake. 20 minutes to go. Charlotte's not out of this, but they're going to have to show some life very soon.
Again back for Nelson. Not. Alvarez. Hutchison, the scorer of the second goal. Lassiter had the first. Mahoney with space, pushing forward. Tried to play through for Dante Washington, away by Andy Gustafaro.